And for more of this, we're joined now by Sean Gibson, the great-grandson of Negro League all-time great slugger Josh Gibson. And he's also the executive director of the Josh Gibson Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us.
For having me.
So you are, your great-grandfather is already in the Baseball Hall of Fame for his storied career. But how significant was it for you and your family that Major League Baseball made this move to finally honor Negro League statistics as part of Major League Baseball's history? And what do you want to see happen next to make this a reality?
Well, yeah, well, number one, it was a great honor for our family and the other families of Negro League players. You know, it was something that we felt was long overdue. But we always considered Josh Gibson a major leaguer anyway. It's just now that he's recognized in the Major League Baseball stats. And moving forward, we just want to know what's going on. I mean, right now, Major League Baseball made the announcement, and we were kind of up in the air of what's the next direction. And so hopefully we'll find out soon when these stats will be officially included into their record book. So that's one of the things we're waiting on right now.
And what do you say to critics who say that it's really difficult to incorporate Negro League statistics, that it's apples to oranges because it was different competition or different lengths of seasons between the major leagues and the Negro Leagues?
Well, you know, you're always going to have critics no matter what, no matter what it's going to be about, whether it's Negro League baseball or something else. You know, I will say this for the critics. I mean, we all know Josh Gibson had a great career in the Negro Leagues. I mean, he's considered one of the greatest baseball players of all time. And so, you know, for the critics, it's just mainly proving them wrong is that Josh Gibson now is going to be considered one of the greatest baseball players of all time. And, you know, Josh played at a time where blacks weren't allowed to play in the majors. And so now that Major League Baseball finally recognizing that and going to include their stats into their record books, it's a great honor for our family.
And what about those who say, though, that this is too little too late by Major League Baseball for the Negro League stars who were denied the right to play in the major leagues?
Yeah, you can say it's too little too late, but I guess everything is about timing. The one part about it is that, all the great players who paved the way for these great Negro League stats, they're all gone. They're all dead. And so, but, I'll give it up to the historians. This is a lot of work that was done, over 20 years of research. And so for these guys to come up with this research over 20 years, about 75%, 80% of the stats they collected, so, you can always say too little, too late, but it's all about timing, and right now we'll take it.
Our colleagues at 538 have done a really deep dive looking at the statistics of Negro League stars. Who are some of the names of the Negro League players who should become as well known as Babe Ruth or, say, a Mickey Mantle?
Oh, yeah. I mean, 538, they did a great job. Of course, besides Josh Gibson, you got Satchel Paige, you got Oscar Charleston, you got Buck Leonard, you got Turkey Stearns. I mean, all these great baseball players will be included into Major League stats now. And so, what 538 did, I read their article this morning, and they did a phenomenal job comparing Negro League stats, Negro League baseball players, to Major League Baseball players with their stats. So I will say this, a lot of people know about Josh Gibson and Satchel Paige, but there's a lot of other great Negro League baseball players that will definitely be recognized through these stats when they come out.
And lastly, you're also leading an effort to have the MLB Most Valuable Player Awards named after Josh Gibson. Why is that so important to you, and has the MLB been receptive to the idea?
Well, it's very important to me and my family, and also Negro League, and also the other Negro League families. As I stated earlier, Kennesaw Mountain Land is denied African Americans the opportunity to play baseball. And so if Josh Gibson was be able to rename the MVP award after him, it would not just be about Josh Gibson. It would be about the 3,400 men that were denied the opportunity to play in the majors. Major League Baseball, it's up to the Baseball Writers Association. And so we're hoping that they take that in account of Josh Gibson's accomplishments, as well as the other great players.
Sean Gibson, thank you so much for your time.